How did the ancients predict the future? Have you ever wondered how ancient civilizations seemed to have an almost supernatural ability to predict the future? From eclipses and natural disasters to the rise and fall of empires, their knowledge and techniques remain some of the most fascinating mysteries of history. Today, we'll dive deep into the methods and beliefs of ancient cultures, uncovering how they predicted events with astonishing accuracy. Grab a seat and prepare to be amazed, because this journey will change how you see the past and the future. The Mayan civilization is one of the most well-known for its predictions, thanks to its incredibly detailed calendars. The Mayan long count calendar, for example, doesn't just measure years, but vast cosmic cycles spanning thousands of years. One of the most famous predictions associated with the Mayans was the end of a significant cycle on December 21st, 2012. While some misunderstood this as a doomsday prophecy, it actually marked the end of a 125-year-long cycle and the beginning of a new one. How did they manage this? By tracking celestial movements with incredible precision. Using tools like shadow casters and observatories, the Mayans identified patterns in the skies and connected them to events on Earth. This astronomical knowledge was so advanced that they could predict eclipses centuries in advance. In ancient China, predicting the future was deeply tied to spirituality and philosophy. Two primary methods stand out: oracle bones and the I Ching. Oracle bones, often made from turtle shells or animal bones, were used during the Shang dynasty. Priests would inscribe questions like, "Will there be a good harvest?" onto these bones, then heat them until they cracked. The patterns of the cracks were interpreted as divine messages from ancestors or gods. The I Ching, or Book of Changes, is another fascinating method. This ancient text uses a system of 64 hexagrams to provide insights into the present and future. By throwing yarrow sticks or coins and consulting the hexagrams, practitioners believed they could foresee events and make decisions accordingly. These techniques weren't just mystical, they were rooted in patterns of nature, psychology, and social dynamics, showing how deeply ancient Chinese culture valued preparation and foresight. In ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi was one of the most famous sources of prophecy. Situated at the Temple of Apollo, the oracle, a priestess called the Pythia, would enter a trance-like state, induced by vapors rising from a chasm in the earth. In this state, she would deliver cryptic messages that were believed to be the words of the god Apollo. One notable example of her influence was King Croesus of Lydia. When considering whether to attack the Persian Empire, he consulted the oracle, who famously said, "If you cross the river, a great empire will be destroyed." Croesus assumed this referred to the Persian Empire, but it was his own that fell. The oracle's cryptic style shows how ancient people valued interpretation and context. Her words often reflected broader truths about human nature and the unpredictability of life. The ancient Egyptians were masters of astronomy, which they used not only to build their incredible monuments, but also to predict the future. Their zodiac system, which influenced later systems like Greek astrology, was tied to the movements of the stars and planets. The Egyptians believed that celestial events like the heliacal rising of Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, signaled important events, such as the annual flooding of the Nile. This flood was crucial for agriculture, so their ability to predict it gave them immense control over their society and economy. Additionally, the Egyptians believed that the position of stars at the time of a person's birth could influence their destiny. These ideas laid the groundwork for modern astrology, which millions still consult to this day. So, how did ancient civilizations predict the future? Through a mix of careful observation, spiritual beliefs, and profound connections to nature. While their methods may seem mystical to us today, they were often rooted in science, philosophy, and an unparalleled understanding of their environments. And perhaps There's a lesson here for all of us, that by observing the world around us and understanding the patterns of the past, we might just be able to glimpse the possibilities of tomorrow. Want to explore more fascinating historical facts? Hit the subscribe button and join us as we uncover the mysteries of history and science.